Okay, hello. So I wanted to come on really quickly. First, welcome to my channel. On my channel, we discuss freeform locks and the integration of my life journey. So what I wanted to talk about was, or is this video that I saw of a young man who had a uni lock, and everyone was going off in the comment section saying, how could this person let their hair get this dirty? How could they let their hair look like this? And the person who was doing their hair cut the uni lock in half, and you could see the inside of it. Not only that, but then the person that cut their hair was I guess reconstructing it to become manicured locks, and the manicured locks were beautiful. I think manicure locks are beautiful. However, I also enjoy people who are secure enough to let their hair be, just go. And so now I don't know this man or this person. Maybe he does have a mental or had a mental illness. I don't know, but just to assume that because this person is rocking freeform locks does not mean that this person has a mental illness. We all go through things in life where we may be sad, we may be disappointed, we may have anxiety, depressed. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily a mental illness. Just because a person decides to let their hair freeform does not mean they have a mental illness. And let me just say this. If you have locks or have had locks, if you take your locks out, and I've done it before when I had manicure locks, and you cut it, you're going to see stuff in your hair because it's tight, it's compact. And anything you do goes inside of it. I can stand here, right as I'm standing here right now, there are dust particles falling in my hair, and there's nothing I can do about it. This is why sometimes when I get up, I'll go like this to get any excess dust out of it. Debris, if you work in certain places, will get in it. Most people, I guess, that work in certain places, environments will cover it up. I personally do not like to cover my hair up. I don't like the feel of it. I know it's spiritually recommended, especially when you're dealing with certain energies, which is some of the things that I do. I do work with certain energies, with multiple people. And so I do understand the importance of covering it, but I don't like the way it feels. That makes me feel restricted, and I get hot. So I will do it, cover it up at night, especially if I've done a deep cleanse. As you can see, as I've been saying, this right here, I have worked so hard to get this stuff out, and I've gotten a lot of it out, but it's still some shampoo residue. That's another thing. Just because you see somebody with stuff in their hair doesn't mean that their hair is dirty. It does not mean that they're not washing it. And it doesn't matter if it's freeform, semi-freeform, manicure locks. I have seen all kinds of locks being cut and still see stuff in the hair. Again, this may not be that may not apply to everyone, but from what I have seen, what I have experienced, I know, especially if you put a lot of stuff in your hair. I'm one of the ones that does not put stuff in the hair. If I put anything in my hair, it's here in my, like on my scalp, and it's rare because I haven't found that thing. I may have found it with olive oil and lavender oil and rosemary rinse. That works well for me, but I don't do that often still. But as far as putting stuff on the hair, I don't like to do that. I might do it on a rare occasion, but it's rare. My whole point is that Just because you can see stuff in the hair does not mean that their hair is dirty. It does not mean that they have a mental illness. There are people who get their hair done weekly or every 2 weeks. Go to the salon, get their hair straightened or styled or whatever, and they have a mental illness. So you can't say that just because a person is their hairstyle is not appealing to you. There's a whole religion based on hair that look like that person's hair. So do they have a mental illness because it's not appealing to you, their belief system? I mean, there are a couple of spiritual practices that wear their hair like this. And there are people who, for their spiritual path, wear their hair like this. It does not mean they have a mental illness. And so, again, he could have, but I just didn't like what I was seeing in the comment section. Just assuming that he does because they just can't imagine how a person would let their hair get like that or let their hair get dirty. When that person's hair was not even dirty. It just had literally what I've had in my hair, which I know my hair is not dirty. I've had that stuff in the hair that it's not all the way inside the lock, but it's in there enough to where a normal wash wouldn't get it out. So I just wanted to come on and share. I didn't even mean for this to be this long. But understanding that we had to make sure that we're not, well, I'll speak for myself. It's a lesson for me to remember to not assume and not take on the persona of a westernized thinking to think that this is the only way something can be done, or this is what mental illness looks like. You can't do that. We just cannot do that. We just can't do that. There are so many other reasons why that person's hair could have been like that. And, maybe at one point they embraced that and then they decided, okay, it's time to let this energy go. So they decided to, do something different. I don't know. But what I do know is that it made me start to think how other people might be perceiving me now. What's wrong with her? She must have something going on because she's letting her hair just do whatever it wants to do. I do have a lot going on. And in that is a lot of self-awareness going on, a lot of self-acceptance, and a lot of discovery and exploration. And it's empowering. So, I don't know. I just wanted to share. Peace.